Hello beer tubers and welcome to yet another beer review with me, Peter, the master of puppets. And guys, today we're going to be looking at another Swedish beer from Dykes. Again sent to me from Johan in Gothenburg in Sweden. So thanks a lot Johan for the beer. Today it's going to be a brown ale. And brown ales, as some of you know, isn't exactly my favorite style, but they're okay. I've had a few that's been really good, but I think it's kind of hard to find a really nice brown ale. One of my favorites is actually the Karma Citra from Brewery. But this is from Dykes, and this is the Höstbrygd. I like that duck on there. It's called a Glan in Danish. I don't know the name in English. But it says Contemplative Ale. And yeah, it's a brown ale and 5%. Doesn't say what hops is used in here. And yeah. Not anything else, but it's an autumn seasonal because Höst is when it means harvest. It's not the same as an American harvest ale that's wet hopped and all, but we kind of have a tradition like that too in Denmark, as in Sweden they make harvest beer. How it is from Dykes, standard Dykes cap. Let's get it poured. Well, that's hazy as hell. It's a real hazy, cloudy, dark brown, light orange, reddish kind of color. Looks like a brown ale. It's actually, towards the light it looks a little bit like an amber. Probably more like a brown ale on camera. But the head is a 2-finger, off-white, bubbly head. So let's check out the aroma. Get a little bit of a hoppy citrus in there. Oh yeah, now the brown ale quality shines through. Lightly toasted malts and nuttiness. It's been a while since I had a brown ale. A lot of like lightly roasted or toasted grains. It does have a little bit of a hoppy note to it. Maybe a little bit of brown sugar, or not sugar, brown sugar, but like a general maybe sugary kind of aroma. Caramel too. There is some lightly citrusy hops. I prefer like the Indian brown ale kind of Kama Citra from beers, and I don't know if that style really exists, but I would call it like an Indian brown ale because it's pretty hoppy, at least fresh. But maybe a light coffee note in there. Smells like a fairly traditional brown ale, but with a little bit more of a hoppy kind of aroma. So let's give it a taste. Cheers, guys. Tastes way more traditional in the flavor. The aroma, kind of citrusy flavor, or the citrusy aroma in the smell, isn't really there in the taste. There is maybe a slight, just general hop flavor, but the most dominant thing is like that kind of toasted grain and nuttiness. Yeah, along with some caramel malt. The nuttiness is really big, actually. The mouthfeel is light to medium, kind of dry for a brown ale, actually, too. Sweet maltiness, some caramel kind of flavors. A lot of nuttiness, as I said. Maybe a little bit of a dark fruit character to it. And that roasted grain really lingers, actually, for quite some time. Pretty traditional brown ale, actually. The aroma indicated a little hoppier version of a brown ale, but pretty traditional. Certainly fairly tasty, but brown ales aren't really my favorite kind of style, so not anything that I'm like over impressed by or overly excited by at all. But solid. Certainly worth picking up I think if you were a big fan of brown ales, you're gonna like this. It sticks a lot to tradition, but just with a little more of a hoppy kind of aroma to it. But yeah, solid amount of fruity esters to it. It's kind of like a dark fruit, but it's kind of fake. But yeah, pretty traditional brown ale here, guys, with a little bit of a hoppy twist, but not that much. Rating wise for this, well, I'm not the biggest fan of brown ales, but I think it's solid. It's a good beer. I'm gonna give it a 70. I can easily drink this. Not the best brown ale I've had. The best must have been, as I said before, the Carbon Citra from Beer here, and what's it called? I think it's Maduro Brown Ale or Bolita Brown Ale or something from Cigar City. I haven't reviewed that. I need to do that, but it's a really nice brown ale. But this is pretty good, good too. It's not anything that's gonna blow your mind. So yeah, guys, A70 for the Dugges Höstbrygd. Check it out if you like brown ales. It's worth a go if as like an awesome seasonal, but don't expect anything other than a solid, good brown ale. So yeah, guys, if you've had it, let me know what you think about it. Especially if you're a big brown ale fan, because I'm not. But I can appreciate the styles most definitely, but it's just not my thing. It's not anything I get like over excited about. Let's say like that. I mean, I can easily drink it, and I can find some good brown ales out there, but I think it's kind of like a not too exciting style, to be honest. But depends on how like different it is and experimental and all that stuff. But yeah, guys, let me know what you think of it. And as always, remember to comment, subscribe, all that stuff. And I'm gonna say cheers. I'm gonna see you guys in another beer review.